Hi guys. So I missed my post last week. My parents were here for the. You would think I never got sleep the way I got. Anyway, they were here for the weekend, and I spent most of my time with them, and because it was my brother's soccer tournament in Barrington, so I spent most of my time either with just with my parents or with my parents and my brother. And by the time I realized what day it was like Monday. It is Sunday, and my God, I'm sorry. It happened again. I really I lose track of days without like a set schedule. It's annoying. Like the only way I know what day it is if I have to work, and if it's a different like sometimes I have a whole week of 5:30 or 6 to 10 shifts, so then I have no idea what day it is. But then like this week I knew what day it was just by what time I was working, but only if I was working. Like I had Wednesday off, and I was like, Wednesday felt like Saturday to me. Which is funny because I probably would have posted if I hadn't realized it was Wednesday. Um, so, not many notes. Greg giving up the last time I gave up hope. I really try never to give up hope, but lately, actually, for a while, I have this weird. It's like I'm on the verge of giving up hope about ever being financially okay. Especially right now. It started when because I'd gotten a credit card so that I could build up my credit so I could take out student loans on my own for school. And then I ended up I opened one from Gaps mostly because the more Gap cards you open, the more you get reward points and stuff. But so I opened one myself, and I had really good credit, and so I had a $2,500 limit, and then the next and I was doing fine with it at first, and then the next year, that was my sophomore year. My junior year, over the summer I got a car, and then when I went back to school I couldn't work as much, and I was I didn't I didn't have as much money, and especially with the car, I was making payments and then I had nothing left, so I had to buy I bought all my books, I bought anything I needed with the credit card, and then I didn't have any money to pay it off, so I am still paying it off now, actually, Matt, really, and that's the problem. I'm looking for a full-time job, and getting into an education job is hard enough. Never mind me not, I'm fresh out of school, so I don't have any real experience, which no one does, which is fine, but then, there's all these other people that are teachers that have experience, and they're getting the jobs, and I'm left with nothing. Well, I'm not left with nothing, I'm left with the Gap, which is part-time, and I'm not making enough money, and so Matt's basically paying for everything, which really sucks. I feel so shitty about it all the time, and, he says he doesn't mind, and I would do the same thing for him, which I guess makes it, I don't know if that makes it better. I don't know, does it make it better? I'm not mooching off of him, it just happens to be that he makes most of the money in our relationship, and it's, I feel really bad. And then to top it all off, my student loans are coming out of Grace, which means that I have to start paying them, and my outside student, my ones from my Stafford and my Perkins are fine. They're $30 a month, one's 40, and one of them doesn't even start until March of next year. So it's not that big of a deal. I can afford $70 a month. But my other loans, my outside student loans I got through Sallie Mae, it would be $850 a month, just for I have 7 of them, and it would be $800 a month, and that's more than our rent. I'm not doing this. So now we have to pay to defer it, and, I'm behind on my car payments anyway, and so, and everything, I just hate how everything in my life financially just, will be okay for a while, and then all of a sudden it all backfires, and, there's this one month or one paycheck where you have to pay out the ass for everything. And it sucks. Every once in a while that just happens. Once it was, and one time it was, when we overdrafted in our bank account. It's just, so then, and then we had to pay other bills, and it was it's ridiculous, and some of that might have been preventable, and this was too, in overall, but it just sucks that it all happens at once. I don't know, it sucks. So I'm on the verge of giving up financially. Maybe I'll just let Matt live his life, and I'll just go move into the woods and be a recluse for the rest of my life. Unless I hit the jackpot. But, and then I'm like, I can't do that. Like, I can't leave Matt alone, and obviously. And then, you know, if he had any, like, I don't want them coming after any of my family either. I can't ignore the stupid telemarketer calls, but, like, for my student loans that I had to have co-signed, they'd go after my parents and then both of my grandmothers, because they co-signed 2 of them, and I'm like, I'm not doing that. Like, I can't. So, yeah, so, you know, hey, if you guys have any, like, extra 10 grand laying around, just feel free to donate it to me, and I will totally put it to good use, aka paying off student loans. Like, that is good use. It wouldn't be, oh, I'm going to go out and have a shopping spree. No, I'm going to pay off my student loans. Okay. So, any ideas about this? I don't even know if I have ideas. I'm so retarded sometimes, but I do want it to keep going, and being that I was the last person to join, I'm going to keep my opinion until everyone else has stated theirs, other than the fact that I do want it to keep going. So, I will listen to what everybody else has to say, and then I'll let you know what I think, because I don't want to, like I said, I'm the last person to join this, and it was, like, quite a bit after you guys started it, so I'm not going to, like, oh, we should do this. I hate when people do. I hate when the newcomer does that. Ugh. Like Katie Jankowski. Hey, I'm the new you. No, you're not. Don't talk to me. My plan for Z-Day, to keep living my life. I feel like if there is a zombie apocalypse, which I don't believe in, eventually everyone's going to be a zombie. Like, there's really, or you're gonna end up like the guy, like Will Smith in I Am Legend. Like, you're gonna be the only one. Might as well just let it come. So, I live on the 3rd floor of my apartment. Maybe that's enough to keep me away from them for a while. So, I don't know what else is good. Last night was the second game for Providence. Last Saturday night was the first one. They played Dartmouth. It was awful. It was so boring. We were up by like in the halfway through the first half. We had 15 points and Dartmouth had 3. And it was from 1 basket. A lucky 3-pointer. Like, it was so boring. By the end of the game, we were up. We had most of the second half, most of the time we had double what they had. And I mean, Providence isn't even that good. Like, you know, and I was texting Julian, and she's like, oh, is Dartmouth a D2 school? And I was like, yeah, no, they're not. They're D1. They're the same division. They're just an Ivy League. Which, because they're an Ivy League, that's why they're in D1. Like, all of them are, and they all suck, really. It's not. There's really, not really any of them have any good skills, so. Plus, I mean, they're like, I'm not saying everybody has to have a cool, like, team name, but the Dartmouth is the Big Green. Like, it's not intimidating. I mean, neither is Friars, but at least it's original, and it, like, the Big Green. Ooh, terrifying. But, so yeah. I think that's about it. I don't really, I've been getting my Christmas shopping done early. Thank God. No Black Friday for me. I'll be home for Thanksgiving, and I'll be home for a couple of days, so hopefully I'll be able to see you guys. I don't know if you guys are planning to go to the Forge that Friday, but if you are, I should be home. And since I'm not going anywhere near a store, because I don't want to be anywhere near Black Friday, I should go to the Forge. Yeah, so I think that's it. I hope to see posts from you guys more. I'm sorry that I didn't post last week, and I'm sorry that this is a day late. Like I said, I have no idea what day it is, really. Until I look at my phone and it's like, Sunday, November 14th, and I'm like, oh, it's November? Okay, so before I go over on time, I don't want to do that, and I've been rambling enough. I'm going to sign off here. Let me just quickly think of a question. If you got $10,000, it was just either the lottery, no, you know what, $10,000, no taxes taken out, nothing. It was just, you know, maybe a rich uncle died, or you found a bag of $10,000 and no one claimed it and it was yours. What would you do with it? I said I would pay off student loans. I would put I may like take $1,000 and put it in the bank and just have it there, but most of it would go towards student loans. That's how sad my life is. Okay, miss you guys. Love you. Bye.